Y'all know me. Happy Monday. It's Monday, y'all. And I was just laying in the bed talking to whoever I was talking to. And I said, "Ooh, bitch, I do not feel like coming to work today." It was 7:15. And I said, "Ooh, should I say them people gonna be real mad if I cancel this show 40 minutes before the show supposed to be done. Or whatever for no particular reason other than I just don't feel like doing it today." So I'm gonna tell you what I did. I said I'm gonna have to create a vibe. So I went in there and took a big old piece of edible, bitch. And then I went in there, I got some apple Smirnoffis. I got some Smirnoffis in there from when I had my little piece of barbecue. So I said, I'm gonna just take my time tonight and talk slow. Let the edible have time to kick in. And then I got my 4, 5 more Smirnoffs in there. So if this one don't work, I could just go in there and get another one, bitch. Okay, so we finna sit down. Let me tell y'all something. Now, I'm not a beer drinker. Like I missed that boat when I went to college, but I think I'd be real classy based when I have me one of these Smirnoffs. Oh, put me in the chat if you love your old good nasty wine cooler. See, this is how I knew I was gonna be a grown, sassy black woman when I grew up. Because my mama didn't drink for real, but she kept Seagram's wine coolers in the refrigerator. And as a kid, I used to go in there and take a little sip of her wine cooler. But honey, wine coolers make me feel sophisticated. Okay, I just they carbonated, they good. You could drink 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay. And when I want to turn up just a little bit, I put just like a shot of vodka in it and I stir it up, bitch. Yes, God, honey, I love me an old nasty. Cause like when you go to the beach, when you get on the boat, when you at the family reunion and you doing stuff this summer and it's 90 something degrees outside, you can't be drinking that hard liquor. That's how them people be getting to fighting out there. Black, dark people, dark liquor, and the heat do not go together. Ooh, that Smirnoff good. That Smirnoff is real good. But yeah, somebody said that shot will take you there. Yes, put you a little shot in your somebody said, remember Zima? Hell yeah, girl, I remember Zima in the early 2000s. And I think Jeff Goldblum was in the Zima commercial. This is my nose ring, not a booger. I'm not picking my nose. I was turning it around. All right, so let's get into it. It's the beginning of Pride Month. When I was walking the dogs this morning, I debated if I was going to share these sentiments with y'all because I didn't want my words to be used for bad. But if I'm being perfectly honest, and please, people out there who do not like me, don't use this as a reason to twist my words. And please don't have me on all the gay blog sites talking about Funky Dinva is anti-pride because y'all sitting there with bated breath waiting to do it. Pride Month rolled around and people were in my comments and DMs saying, Funky Dinva, happy Pride, happy Pride. And if I'm being honest, guys, at 41 years old, I really don't know what to do with that. I really don't know what to do with that. Now, here's the part where I say don't get it twisted. Obviously, I understand, the movements, the history, the oppression, and all the things that made Pride come about and why it's important. I understand all of that. But I don't know about y'all. For me, the things that are ingrained in my celebratory mind are kind of things that I had come up with during my formative years. And as a kid, as a teenager, and even in my very early 20s, pride just wasn't a thing in my life. It just wasn't. Um, my friends were not like, "Oh, girl, we finna have a pride party," or "We finna have a pride barbecue." I got introduced to pride when I was like 23 years old, when I went to Sizzle in Miami for the first time. And honestly and truthfully, even that introduction was drug, sex, and rock and roll, right? It was like just a sea of black boys at the clubs in Miami, shirtless, and us just having a bunch of fun. So I never, when you say happy pride to me, when you say Merry Christmas, I know what to feel. When you say Happy Easter, I know how to respond. But when you say Happy Pride to me, my body don't know what to do. Mona Lisa says, say thank you and move on. uh, I guess. I guess the comment that I was gonna make was I could take it or damn leave it, and it wouldn't make my world a bit of difference. But Happy Pride. Happy Pride. One little story, pride related, and I promise you, I won't go off the deep end. But there is always one. This story is very triggering for me. Um, when y'all hear me say things like, I don't mess with straight black men. I don't like being in straight black men spaces. I don't like being in the barber shop or whatever. It brings back all the negative feelings from being around guys like this. Like I've been around guys like this all my life. But former Dallas Cowboys star Dez Bryant slams the NFL after advocating for Pride Month. The NFL said, if you love this game, you are welcome here. Football is for all. Football is for everyone. The NFL stands by the LGBTQ plus community today and every day. Now, again, guys, I'm gonna take this story slow. Are there any of you who take exception with this tweet? If this tweet makes you uncomfortable, if this tweet ruffles your feathers, if this tweet makes you side eye, please put me in the chat. Because I understand when it comes to this subject, I may be a little biased because I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community. All right. So then Dez Bryant goes, football is gay, football is queer, football is transgender. These are wild statements to make excuse my silliness. I'm going to proudly tell my boys football is none of those things. I have nothing against gays, but this is far from right. It's gay NFL players in the NFL, but forcing it in people's faces, especially children, can send the wrong message. Football is a real community, like the gay community. Imagine telling gays they have to advocate for straight people. They probably would have a problem. It's just sad, right? Because the level of ignorance that some people possess is just it's beyond any think pieces or beyond any soliloquy I could even give you in the moment. Like I literally don't even have the energy to unpack. I literally don't have the energy to begin to unpack his statement. So first of all, he said football is for all, football is for everyone. This guy decides to take it and say football is gay, football is queer, football is transgender. Nobody said any of that. No, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, ladies, here is what I want y'all to know. Here is what I want you to know. If you have an uncle, a husband, a brother, a son, a boss, a friend, or a relative that is this triggered when an organization just says happy pride, everybody is welcome, you should be concerned. I am just of the school of thought that most of y'all husbands, most of y'all boyfriends, um, I am pretty convinced that most of y'all husbands saw that tweet and didn't think anything of it and just simply went to work. I'm pretty sure, like, at a minimum, and I think, and this is partly the gay community's fault. I think the gay community went wrong when trying to plead a case with the hetero community and just giving way too many details. And it's just way too many details. We've got the straight community that's gotten all caught up in the minutia of what makes somebody gay or trans or non-gender binary. And honestly and truthfully, a lot of them don't even have the mental capacity or emotional bandwidth to wrap their heads around a lot of that. At a minimum, and I'm going to move on from this, just show people compassion and dignity. That's all people want. That's all people want. At this stage in my life, I am done defending gay to straight people. I am done trying to educate. I am done trying to explain. I'm done with all of it because those who are anti are going to believe whatever it is they want to believe. It literally is a waste of everybody's time. But at a minimum, and I think that this is what the new movement needs to be. I think we need to stop focusing on the nuance and the petty details and the ins and outs of what makes somebody gay. And I think that we need to rebrand and start to focus on the things that we have in common. I think that that's just where we need to be. I think at this point, you don't need to understand. At this point, straight folks don't need to understand non-gender binary, gay, trans. It's too much for a lot of them. It's too much. Many of them aren't smart enough, okay? Or they choose to be ignorant. If we could just get to a point where we begin to teach people, regardless of somebody's religion, color, race, sexual orientation, their due dignity, respect, and compassion. If we could just focus there and let it stop there. Let it stop right there. Let it stop right there. And the sad part about it is, and I'm going to tell my boys, just black men, make it so hard to be black sometimes. They really do. They just do. Come on, y'all. I'm on this Smirnoff and this edible. Let's just talk about it, y'all. And y'all, here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. And y'all run around and y'all want to talk about he hate black women. If you really know the truth, and I'm probably going to regret saying this out loud, if you really know the truth, I don't like black men. If you really want to know the truth, I could take a leave their ass. I really could. I really could. I really could take a leave their ass. Some, not all. Yes, there's good black men out there. Some, not all. But I really don't have to have them. I really don't. And I love your husband back. That's why I said some, not all. They just last in everything. And the only thing y'all lead with is opinions and audacity. Literally. The only thing y'all lead with is opinions and audacity, and ain't got shit to offer nobody but a bunch of gripes, trauma, pain, and baggage. Always want somebody to breathe life into y'all, but y'all suck the life out of every goddamn thing y'all touch. Okay? Hate me, hate me, hate me, hate me. But I honestly think if we need to start talking about where the real dead weight is in the Black community, it's over there at Jamal House playing Xbox. It's right over there at Jamal House playing Xbox. It's sitting up in Magic City eating lemon pepper wings, sitting with T.I. them. Okay? He's somewhere on the corner drinking a 40, getting ready to go around Man house to play Xbox. There. Now the shit's been said. Now go write 200 think pieces. Oh, hell, I'm starting to get high now, y'all. Ain't no telling what all the hell finna be going on. Sitting up, smoking weed, making babies everywhere, want to be the king of the castle and want to lead and want somebody to submit to your ass, and all you got on your damn resume is audacity. Smelling like black and mild and despair. Always worried about who gay. Bitch, you need to be gay and go sell some puss, make some money and bring some. Go on, move on, Quentin. Move on. Move on. I'm finna move on. I'm finna move on. Brothers, we just need to do better. I have nothing against the gays, but this is far from right. What's wrong about it? Like, people don't realize how they reveal their veiled homophobia. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this gay thing. All right. And ladies, I need y'all to understand this because y'all are the ones that rear the children. I want you to know from every person's perspective that is a part of the LGBTQ plus community, and you may not care, but I want you to know whenever you stand in front of anybody who's a part of the LGBT community and you say, "What about the kids?" we literally do not hear anything after that. Because in our minds, the moment y'all bring up this "what about the kids," our homophobe meter goes off. Because if I'm being perfectly honest with you, straight anti-gay folks love to do this. I don't have anything against the gays. What about the kids? What about the kids? Y'all love to throw these kids up at the front like they're like we still can't see through your veiled homophobia. Stop using the kids as a shield to feel the way you really want to feel. Stop that. Okay? These kids, first of all, you act like we somewhere doing nude pornography in the middle of Peachtree Boulevard and they can't watch it because it's going to stunt their development or give them perverted thoughts or something. Number one, what about the kids? Well, y'all don't say what about the kids when you've had 4 boyfriends in the last 2 years and you bring all of them to your house and they go in your room with you at night and close the door while your kids at home. Y'all don't say what about the kids then. Y'all don't say what about the kids then. Y'all don't say what about the kids when y'all young boys be out with their older uncles and them half-naked women and them strippers be coming over there shaking their ass. Y'all don't say what about the kids then. Nobody said what about the kids when these men like Boosie be talking about how they buy prostitutes for their young boys, or nobody is saying what about the kid. Y'all don't say what about the kids then. So somehow or another, kids are smart enough. They're smart enough to process you being a hoe. They're smart enough to process misogyny. They're smart enough to process Men and women running in and out y'all homes. They smart enough to process watching mom and dad bag up weed and sell it out the door. They smart enough to process daddy being a pimp. They smart enough to process granddaddy got 3 families in Valdosta, but somehow or another, they can't process 2 people of the same sex holding hands or showing affection to one another. That's what we're saying. Got it. Got it. Got it. I completely understand it. You have slow, stupid, dumb, retarded children. Gotcha. Gotcha. So that's the new thing. Now, when you say, what about the kids? I need you to add, what about the kids, comma, because mine are dumb, slow, stupid, and retarded, and they can't process 2 men holding hands. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right, moving right along. We going from what about the kids to what about the immigrants? So the construction worker, the construction boss, rather, of the big raid that happened in Tallahassee, he took to social media and he wrote, lost a lot of good men today. I like Trump, but this isn't what I voted for. This will absolutely kill the economy and construction. I thought he was going after gang members and criminals with warrants and not hardworking guys. All righty. So white people, I couldn't wait to get to work today. White people, white people, white people. This one is for you. Okay. When you hear a white person say, yeah, all that stuff about Trump, I voted because of the economy. I voted because of the economy. I voted because of the economy. That's veiled language for I was voting for any and everything other than a black woman, okay? And I've seen several videos now on social media where white people are in their kitchen with other people from their HOA in their community, and they're having the conversations and they're shaking their heads. They're like, you know what? Yes. Can we please begin to just tell the truth? It's a constant state of gaslighting why we can't make any progress. I'm not asking you to like black people. I'm not asking you to accept us. I'm not asking you to speak or say hello when we walk up and down the street. But what I am asking is if you can just be honest so we all know what we're dealing with here. Okay? Because y'all want to gaslight us into thinking that it's, oh, no, I'm not for this and I'm not for that. I voted for the economy when it's bullcrap. You know, I saw a clip on CNN the other day. I forgot the black gentleman's name, but he said, white people need to have a conversation about the dirty underbelly of what motivated them, what truly motivated them to vote for a man that's a felon, that's a xenophobe, that's a homophobe, that's all these other things. And y'all still were motivated to vote for him. And white people, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all always worry about white guilt and y'all talk about y'all don't want us teaching woke principles in school. What about the white students? Honestly and truthfully, if y'all would just take 30 seconds to really sit in the discomfort of what motivated you to vote for this man in the first place, that's where your healing is. The healing is always in the discomfort. That is where the healing is. And the unfortunate thing is any and everybody that's white can look at y'all and tell why y'all voted for the man. We're not stupid. We know y'all better than y'all know y'all. And the thing about it is y'all ain't stupid either. You just ain't got the balls to tell the damn truth about who you really are, despite the fact that we see your true colors. We see your true colors every day shining through. There is not a single black person alive, a single person of color alive that believes y'all when y'all talk about voted for the economy. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. The beautiful thing about or one of the fascinating things about white supremacy is that it requires unwavering, unquestioned loyalty in order for it to work, right? And it also requires sometimes personal sacrifice in order for the good of the white collective. Meaning, yes, white folks will cut off their nose to spite their face personally in order to maintain their position collectively. Mr. White man who owned this construction company, miss me 100% with this. You thought that he was only going after gang members and criminals with warrants. Miss me with all of that. Miss me. Okay. This man put his racism on full display from the very beginning. And tell the truth, Mr. White man, secretly, y'all loved it. Y'all loved it. Y'all loved it. Y'all feelings was hurt coming off of Barack Obama because many of y'all are taught to believe either overtly or indirectly that you are superior to a black man and that you are not supposed to take order or direction or be in any position of lesser authority than a black person to a black man. Then Barack Obama became president and oh boy, y'all lost it. Whether he made your life good, bad, or indifferent, all you could see was the fact that a black man was in charge telling you what to do, and that activated the little hairs on the back of your neck, and you said, God damn it, the white man's losing everything, and we need to be restored. We need to be restored in our true place in this country. We're to be at the top, and everybody else is to be down at the bottom and follow. That's the way y'all think. White people, we see y'all. We see y'all. Okay? And the white women, y'all think because y'all bake apple pies and y'all are nice and pleasant and y'all come and pick all the little Negro children up and let them play soccer with y'all kids that we don't have one eye on y'all blind-eyed, blue-haired hoes. We see y'all too. We just smile and wave because it's just easier and we want to live in nice neighborhoods in peace and stuff too. So we just smile and wave at y'all ass. We do. We just smile and wave. But we see y'all ass. Okay, girl, the economy. Okay, girl, you can't go around there and play. When you riding and talking about you voted for Trump for the economy, we in our house telling our kids they can't go around yours and play. Stay out there in the front yard. Stay out there in the front yard where I can see y'all. You can't go in there. Ain't that what we telling them? Come on now. I don't took a big piece of edible and drinking this Smirnoff. I'm about to go get another one of these Smirnoffs. That's how we work, y'all. We not dumb. We not done. We come to the job and we straighten our hair. We put our shirt on and we change our vernacular to appease y'all ass. But we see y'all bitches. We see y'all. And please don't get it twisted. No matter how white friendly and appearing that we may be when we come into y'all spaces and when we come to the job, we don't trust y'all bitches. And if you really want to know the truth about it, it's the white women we trust the least. We don't trust you bitches. We don't. We don't. We don't trust y'all ass past how far we could throw you. Okay? We don't. And it's not because we don't want to, it's because we understand principles like white supremacy and we know that you will shit on us in a heartbeat in order to remain loyal to the Klan. That's something that we've understood since we touched soil over here in the United States. And that's why our kids don't be going to y'all house. If you ever want to, let me tell you something, white people. This is how you know if a black person is truly your friend and if they truly fuck with you. And it's if they let their children be around you unsupervised and all in your house and all in your car. That's how you know. But if for some reason all the other kids on the block could go inside your house, but Crystal, mama said she got to play in the front yard where she could see her, Crystal mama don't fuck with you. She sees something in you. Might have been the Trump bumper sticker. Because see, this is another thing we know about y'all. White folks sometimes, they know they be wrong as hell when it comes to this race stuff. And I don't know why y'all love doing this. Y'all love being in social spaces and bringing up politics in front of Black people. And I feel like y'all do it sometimes to try to just get a rise out of us. I never understood the rationale of a person who knowingly starts a political conversation with somebody who has different politics than them. More specifically, I don't understand what pleasure white people get out of coming around talking Trump in front of Black people and people of color. Y'all know we not on their side. So what are you doing? So no, I'm not letting my child go in your house. I'm not letting my child go in your house so you and your husband and your racist ass grandmother can get off on their sick, twisted, demented ways and start talking all types of crazy political conversations in front of my damn child so y'all can knock him or her down a peg and laugh at it while you're doing it. No, bitch. No. She can go down there and play with your kids, but she gonna play in the front yard. She can play in the front yard. She play in the front yard. Now your baby could come over here and see that's the difference. And it maybe it's just who we are as a people. Y'all ain't never got to worry about y'all kids coming around our house and being mistreated because we gonna love on them. We gonna make sure they clean. We gonna tell them wash the bottom of their little nasty white feet. We gonna tell them wash their hands before they eat. We gonna go in there and give them a little piece of deodorant to put on. We gonna spray some stuff in their hair to make it not be stank. We gonna do all that when they come to our house. But we gonna feed them good too, because all y'all feed y'all kids Lunchables and shit. We don't and Velveeta. That's another thing. We don't want our kids eating Kraft macaroni and cheese down to y'all house anyway. That orange ass macaroni that give people cancer. Y'all let y'all kids eat Gushers and shit in the middle of the Gushers and Lunchable. That ain't no lunch. When they come around to our house for lunch, what they eat? Leftover pot roast. Grandma, I'm hungry. I ain't cooking. Y'all better get some of that roast in there from last night. Okay. Smothered pork chops. It's some greens left in there. Get some of that meat out them greens and get a piece of light bread and leave me the hell alone. Get your little friend some too. That's how we do. Okay. But Mr. White Man, you knew that this was going to happen. And last but not least, guys, this is what I said the other day. Y'all do realize that we have no problem having public discourse essentially about our slaves. All right. And not to be insensitive to that of the African American struggle and those people who truly work and were not compensated. But we talk about how did slavery just happen in a society and nobody did anything? How did Jim Crow happen in a society and nobody did anything? The same way that we sit here and we exploit the hell out of these illegal immigrants and none of us are doing anything about it. You, me, and all of us, we drive past construction sites every day and don't feel no ways tired that them people is out there working below working standard prices. We go in the grocery store every day and eat our fruit and we don't give a damn how it got there. All we know is we want to pay 39 cents for an apple and we don't want to hear nothing else. That is how people are enslaved in front of people's eyes. And no one says anything because nobody wants their life to be disrupted. Everybody wants their convenience. Everybody wants to be an advocate and they want to push for what's right and just as long as it doesn't affect my comfortability. And a lot of people say they come here on their own. They sign up for it. I don't see it that way, love. They come here on their own. They sign up for it. I don't see it that way. I don't see, the whole coming here on their own. For a lot of people, they come here because it is life or death. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come from a country that's so impoverished and so whatever, whatever, you have to leave. For some people, getting to America was life or death. So no, and regardless of if they signed up for it or not, it don't make it right. And it's not that they signed up for it, it's that they have no other options. They have no other options. No different than that young girl that goes out there and prostitutes herself because she needs to feed her kid. She signed up for it. She didn't have to do that, yeah, but she needed money right now. Like she need money right now. Is that really signing up for prostitution, or is that life putting you in a situation where you have to do what you have to do? Life gets better at 40. I want you to have a little more compassion, sis. I want you to have a little bit more compassion than that, sis. You better than that. You're much better than that. That's a very ugly statement. It's ugly. They signed up for it. No, they signed up for the hope and the promise of a better life. They didn't sign up to be degraded. They didn't sign up to be exploited. They didn't sign up to be taken advantage of. They signed up for this fallacy and this bullshit that is the American dream. That's what they signed up for. And what they got was stuck into a system of oppression and a system that thinks that they're lower class citizens. And nobody seems to give a damn. Like, honestly, nobody, and even I'm talking about this and then gonna finish and go eat. Like, these people are literally regarded as modern day. Some people don't like the word slaves, but they might as well be because it's dirt cheap labor. And we are literally on the news talking about, we don't know how our world's gonna go around without our slaves. It's giving a real Civil War tease. It's giving a real Civil War tease right now. Whole industries are getting on the CNN talking about, we don't know how we gonna survive without our slaves. It's given the North versus the South. It's giving civil rights tease. And then here's the funny thing. Once industries collapse, once they truly collapse, you watch how all of this angst and these wild hairs that we got up our ass as a country for immigrants, you watch how it gets relaxed all of a sudden. Because we need them people. We need them people. The cornerstone of America is cheap labor. Started with slavery. America would have never been the country it was if it wasn't for the fact they had 400 years of free labor. And then after slavery ended, Psychoberry, it never ended. It evolved. Convict leasing, sharecropping, now sending the jobs overseas. That's slavery. If they made this computer chip in America, we'd have to pay them $17 an hour. If they make it in Indonesia, we only have to pay them 17 cents an hour. That's slavery, girl. That is slavery. That's slavery, and it's capitalism at its finest. And Nita Bailey saying they're not slaves. Of course, not in the literal sense, but Nita, stop it. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Stop being purposely obtuse. You get what I'm saying. Show them who they are and see if they don't pull up on grandma on Apple so they can see this for themselves. I'm not really sure what all that means, but all right. Moving right along, guys. One of our favorite TV personalities, Dwight Eubanks, guys, has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. In an interview, Dwight shares He learned about his diagnosis back in January after getting some blood work done at a church health fair. He had followed up prostate specific antigens blood test, which confirmed his diagnosis. He said he was shocked, he was angry, and he was an emotional wreck. When you hear the word cancer, you freak out. I'm human. Society has told us cancer was just devastating, and you know you only have days to live. So, of course, he freaked out. Dwight is looking to get some treatment right now, and hopefully Dwight is able to pull through with his prostate cancer diagnosis. I know prostate cancer does not have to be deadly in men, depending on when they catch it, and hopefully they caught it early. I will say this. Recently, Dwight, or within the last couple of years, Dwight's kind of changed his physical image. And I will say I love a more butch up Dwight or whatever, even though we know he's just a beautiful, flamboyant queen that we all know and love. Dwight is a very good looking man. Dwight is a very, 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 very handsome man. And Dwight, we praying for you, and we know that you're gonna have it all going on real soon in the near future. A real quick hit, guys. Rihana's father passed away. Ronald Fenty passed. His death was first reported by Starcom Network News, the prominent radio outlet based in Rihana's homeland of Barbados. The report says he died Saturday morning in Los Angeles. No official cause of death has been shared, but our thoughts and prayers go out to the Fenty family, Rihana and her daddy. Oh, he looks like he was such a nice, fun guy to be around. Rihana and her father, and at least she got to see, her father got to see her in, you know, all of her glory before he passed. Little Bow Wow. I'm gonna let y'all listen, but Little Bow Wow claps back at fans that are calling him fat. And of course, he came back with some more lame ass lies and alibis and excuses. And I just feel so bad for Little Bow Wow. But take a listen, guys.
I'm like, yo, I'm an actor. Like, y'all do know, like, I be having, like, little, like, if I have a role to do, I'm going to get fat. Like, it's a reason. Like, I'm not just getting, if I got to get fat, it's a reason why I got to get fat. Like, don't call me fucking fat and don't know the facts. Like, I'm now back at my shit. Now nigga cut up lean. Hey, Melissa. Nigga popped up at Melissa. What up, nigga, baby? Like, yeah. The fuck?
We don't believe you. We don't believe you. When Janet Jackson gained all that weight, the headlines read, Janet Jackson puts on 40 pounds for role in Tyler Perry horror flick. When 50 Cent lost all that weight and he was looking like a cancer patient, it was 50 Cent losing. What movie, Boward? What movie? What movie, Bow Wow? I'm not trying to be funny. You don't even have the acting talents to play in the type of movies that require you to put your body into it. You don't even have the acting ability to land a role that requires you truly getting into it like that. You were a cute child actor who leaned on their child cuteness, and that's how you got by. And that's probably part of the problem, because I think, you know, when people come into fame and notoriety so young, and then when they get older and they can't hold on to it, they begin to crash out. Bow Wow, part of your appeal was that you were just a very cute, fun-loving kid, and somehow or another, when you became an adult, you became obnoxious, and we really don't like you. Cute and teen heartthrob was your lane. Same thing with Ray J. Y'all got the same kind of thing going on. Like, you were supposed to rest in being cute. we were never really supposed to hear you, Bow Wow. And we were never really supposed to know your personality personally. Because now that we do, we don't really like you. And it's always corny. It's just always corny. Just know when I'm getting fat, it's for a role. It's for a movie role. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just know when I get fat. Nah, nigga, you just getting fat because your ass ain't working. The same way all of us sat around and got fat during COVID. You was sitting your fat, wide-faced ass up eating. What movie, Bauer? Bauer? Oh, Lordy. Y'all been going around calling Vanessa Bryant pregnant. The lady says she's not pregnant. She's protecting her peace all summer. I have this because the conversation revolving around this Vanessa Bryant seemingly being pregnant. It's been a very, 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 in my opinion, a very, I don't know if misogynistic is the bucket that it's supposed to fall in, but all of the conversation has been that she's not supposed to be pregnant. She's not supposed to remarry, that she's supposed to hold on and protect Kobe's legacy. If you are of the belief that she is not to get married, not to like be publicly linked to another man, not to have any more kids from another man, please put me in the chat. If you don't believe that, put not me girl in the chat. As far as protecting Kobe's legacy, outside of the history that he's made playing basketball, the only other legacy that Kobe has that she's responsible for protecting is those children. Okay? Is those children. And I think that men can be so insensitive sometimes, because when we start talking about a goddamn basketball record and basketball history in comparison to somebody's real life, that basketball shit go out the window. That basketball stuff goes completely out the doggone window. This lady still got a lot of love, life, and youth in her. So she's supposed to sit back somewhere and sit up in a house with all her money and whatnot and just yearn for somebody to hold her and yearn for somebody to put their arms around her and yearn for somebody to touch her on the inside part and say her name and yearn to have some semblance of a two-person family again. That's what she's supposed to do. Because you better trust and believe, had that lady died in a car accident or a plane crash or whatever, by now he'd already been on the blogs already with another white looking girl. He's dead. What's he care? He's dead. And are y'all saying this because he's got money? Because if he was a D-list basketball player, this wouldn't even be on y'all registry. I'm just not understanding the thought process of people that think, oh, because she got the money. Now, is it because y'all feeling like she's not deserving of the money? Like, I'm trying to get to the root of why it is y'all think, and now that I'm thinking out loud, I'm not going to lie. I do think that there's a racial element to this. I do think that a lot of people look at her being whatever she is, Latin or white or a combination of both. And I do believe that there is a portion of the globe that's like, bitch, you don't sit there and got all his money, sit there and be miserable, bitch. I do think that there's some of y'all that feel that way. And yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like if I wasn't on a third Smirnoff that I probably wouldn't be like, let's say she Asian. Y'all gotta realize this lady's daughter passed as well. There's nothing wrong with this lady letting a strong man come in her life and put his arms around her and tell her, baby, everything is gonna be okay. Okay, say she Mexican, she Asian, whatever she is, a white woman with a taco, according to Jennifer Lewis. He dead, y'all. Kobe is dead. That lady upheld her vows. She upheld her vows. That lady ain't got to do nothing else but live her life and take care of her kids. And not be subject to what y'all S-box playing niggas think. Like Vanessa Bryant would be a damn fool to sit around and let a bunch of Kobe fans dictate how she moves in her life. Me and a friend were talking about it the other night. I was talking to my friend Katrina Hughes. And I was talking about how it had to be lonely being Coretta Scott King. You know, when you start talking about legacy and all of this type of stuff. And I remember seeing some articles and stuff about how, you know, she didn't remarry or she felt that she couldn't because of the legacy. I mean, I just, either I'm disconnected from the people or I'm just more concerned about the personal experience that I have while I'm on this planet. Like, I am not about to forego my present day happiness being concerned about history that I'm not even going to be here to enjoy. That doesn't make sense to me. I understand that other people are wired differently. If I'm being perfectly honest, I really don't give two damns about what the hell be going on after I'm dead. So I'm not finna spend all my living years worrying about legacy. That's just me. I'm not finna spend my living years being unhappy and going without trying to preserve something for the sake of legacy for a group of people to enjoy that I don't even know and won't even be here to meet. That doesn't make sense for me. Somebody put Betty Shabazz as well. I look at people like Camille Cosby. Camille Cosby don't want Bill Cosby ass. Camille Cosby do not want Bill Cosby ass, and she been wanted to leave, but the legacy. And unfortunately, with African Americans, the more money we come into and the more affluence we get, the legacy. Child, please, legacy. I let the legacy in my house, and the legacy fucked my husband. Okay. Okay, the legacy. To hell with the legacy. To hell with the legacy. It was his job to fortify and cement his legacy, and he did that. There is no amount of nothing that this lady can do in her personal, professional, romantic life that's going to alter his legacy. If it's all about his legacy, then what the hell are you digging in her files for anyway? When you go to talk about Kobe Bryant as a basketball player, there is a way to have that conversation that does not involve his wife or his kids. To the day you die and to the day everybody die. She ain't even got to be a part of the legacy because she ain't going to impact his basketball legacy. Whatever that lady doing her personal business is her business. And y'all need to stop sitting up here acting like we care about this Selma Hayek looking ass heifer. Y'all know damn well we don't care about this lady. Y'all niggas just want somebody to be miserable. Y'all know damn well we don't give a damn about this damn rich ass lady. We don't give a damn about this lady. She ain't never been one of the girls like that. She ain't never been one of the girls that, and somebody said, I really don't like her. I don't know if we like her or dislike her. I don't even know what the lady voice sound like. I don't know how the lady walk. I don't know how the lady move. I don't know how the lady dress. I don't know nothing about this lady. Don't know. We don't care that she white and got the money. I'm going to tell y'all one thing about this lady. I respect this lady. This lady always stayed out the way. This lady always stayed out the way. Baby, this lady came and got Brandy Man and got the money. We don't know this lady. And here's another thing. If that lady decide to go take every dime that Kobe Bryant left in his death and pour it in the Pacific Ocean, it still don't change his legacy. Somebody said, I don't understand why people don't like her. I do. People don't like her because they don't think she's deserving. People do not like her because they see a white woman that got this black man that got all the money. People don't like her because the girl in the fairy tale don't look like them. That's why people don't like her. Let's tell the truth. This lady ain't never did nothing to nobody, and whatever relationship she got going on with her mama and his parents, that ain't none of our damn business. We don't know enough about this lady to not like her. We don't know. The lady don't do nothing. The lady don't be in the press. The lady don't be at the parties. The lady ain't no deadbeat mama. The lady don't dress provocatively. The lady always be home with her kids. You never see the lady in the street. This lady ain't did nothing for nobody not to like her. What y'all don't like is this white presenting lady got with Kobe Bryant, got all the money, ain't been cheated on publicly, or it ain't been ran through the mud, been treated like a queen, been put on a pedestal, got all the estate money, and it make you bitter black holes uncomfortable. Let's tell the truth about the shit. That's why y'all don't like the lady. The lady ain't never did nothing to nobody. We literally don't know enough about Vanessa Bryant to make an opinion about her one way or another. The lady ain't never said more than 2 words in the damn news. The lady don't come on social media and do nothing. Y'all don't know nothing about this lady. She don't be at the Met Ball Gala tea. Oh, she was cheated on. Oh, whatever. Well, and she still got all the money and y'all hoes mad. So let's have a little bit of fun real quick. Because you know we always talk about a man got to have a price. And y'all saying she was cheated on. She was part of a cheating scandal. How much money a year your man got to cheat, got to make? How much money a year your man got to make in order for him to cheat and like leave it ain't even an option? Like you just know, what is that number for you? What's that number? How much money a year a man got to make for you to like, when he cheats, you be like, hold on now, girl. Hold on now before you get to calling U-Haul trucks. So Sully said 500,000. Jessica Fitzgerald said 200,000 and up. Sunshine said Kobe money. Listen, all y'all in here talking about 5 million, 6 million. Y'all some lying assholes. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. It better not be a damn bitch in here from a single family household, single mother household, talking about 2 million, and you grew up drinking sugar water and eating grilled cheese. Girl, stop. Girl, stop. Why y'all be acting like this on the internet, acting like y'all friend? We ain't Facebook friends with y'all, and seeing you and Bingo arguing outside of 7-Eleven the other day. Y'all literally get cheated on by dudes that don't even work and got the nerve to get on this thing and start talking about, let's keep it real, okay? Let's be for real. Here is a real number. Here is a real number. Dinva, $125,000. Like my man mate, he pay all the bills and he hold it down around here. And I'm not just gonna leave my good man with his $150,000 job. That's a realistic number. Y'all talking about he got to have 2 million when y'all ain't never even seen $2 million. Cut it out. Cut it out. It's some of y'all right here in my comment section right now that'd love to have a nigga that make $35,000. Talking about 4 million. Girl, please. You date the PE teacher, bitch. Your husband's the PE teacher. You don't know nothing about no millions. Cut it out. Ryan here been cheated on for damn free. Now all of a sudden I ask questions and you got standards. Girl, y'all kill me. And the gag is half y'all ain't even going nowhere. With or without the money. Ain't going nowhere. But let's just have an honest conversation about cheating really quickly. Like, you know, when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, I used to talk so much stuff about, oh, what I would do and what I would not do. And that's stupid. And then life got a hold of my ass. All right. Then life got a hold of me and I matured and I got a little older and I realized, you know, the things that make life enjoyable, but I also realized the things that make life go around. Okay. And I'm not going to promise you when I look around my house at all my rich shit and I look at my kids and I look at our nice cars and I look at our pictures from our trips that we take and I look at how we got name brand snacks in our refrigerator. I'm not finna promise you one incident of sex and I'm leaving all we done built. I'm just not. I'm not promising you that I'm not going to try to work it out with my person. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just not like, and I'm not saying that I won't leave their ass either, but we just got to sit down and get to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, was it just a drunken night and you ran into somebody in the club in a moment of weakness? That's one thing. Or like, you know, were you like lying to me and when you should have been at soccer practice with me and the kids, you was at the Roof Chris with her? Those two different types of cheating. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about it. And then what about the kids? What about the kids? Because I'm not just finna leave I'm just not. What about the kids? My kids can't grow up. What my kids gonna be like the little projected kids with one parent in the house? What about the kids? I can't. What about the kids? What about the kids? What the kids gonna think if you leave? They gonna think you a quitter. You just gave up. They ain't gonna think you a real one. What about the kids? Okay, so somebody said, how many incidents are you willing to stand for? One good one and a possible. one good one. One good one and a possible. And that possible better come 10 years later after that one good one. But one good one. One good one. How many episodes is y'all standing for? They get one. Somebody said 1.5. Yeah, like that one good one. So one good one or two minor incidents. Somebody said, was you Barbara or was you Shirley in the relationship? Well, I always been Shirley, but I just recently converted over to Barbara. And I'm going to tell y'all something. The thought of struggling is enough to make anybody stay. I'm going to give y'all one last closing point before we get out of here. And I'm going to tell you what the key is to being with a cheating man, especially one that pay all the bills. You got to condition your heart to go numb. You got to condition your heart to go black. You got to stop caring about his ass. Like, I'm going to tell y'all something. At a certain age, real talk, and granted, I'm in a beautiful, healthy relationship. If this one didn't work, I wouldn't have a problem being with a rich man that didn't love me. I'm going to be so real with you. I would have no problem being with a rich man that didn't love me, just as long as he gave me unfettered access to the money and he didn't bother me. Like, long as he didn't bother me, like, he ain't got to come home every night. He can be over there with his whore. That's fine, because I ain't really into you like that no way. And I don't let her do it. Let him do it. Oh, you on a work trip for the week? Cool. All right. I know when you get back, I have to show up with you to the mayor's ball. I have to show up with you to this. And then I get to go back to laying up and not having to do shit all day. And I can go shop and do what I want to do when I want to do it and help my family with your money. I'm cool. I'm so cool. I'm like, we just having a grown lady conversation. I am so cool. Like, baby, go over there. See, here's the problem. Y'all be getting with these rich men thinking y'all gonna get riches and love. And yeah, you can. You can. You can, but I'm gonna be very honest with you. And this is just a byproduct of us coming from environments of not having shit. But there is a very good likelihood that if you get with a black man that make a whole lot of money, that he gonna do some shit on you. He gonna do some shit on you. And it comes from a very deep place of, you know, down to our bone marrow. The greater society sends us the message that we ain't nothing. We ain't nothing. So now I have this currency that allows me to feel like a king. And a lot of times, ladies, and I'm not even trying to put nothing in y'all mind to condition y'all to stay with no cheating ass man, but I be telling my girlfriends so many times, y'all internalize when a man cheat on y'all, and more times than not, it don't be having nothing to do with you. It literally don't be having nothing to do with you and everything to do with his own inadequacies as a man. How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me, baby? You were not even a factor in that thought process. You weren't. Well, that's part of the problem. You should have been thinking about me, maybe, maybe not. But baby, this ain't even you were not even a factor, baby. Stop taking that. What have I did? You didn't do nothing, and there was nothing you could have did. Because it was never about you. It was about this thing that I was feeling, this deep thing that I was feeling on the inside that had nothing to do with you. Y'all just need to learn to cheat back. Cheat back. Or go buy your mama a house. Now, if he cheat on you and you choose to stay, please get something out the deal. Like, if he cheat and you decide to stay, please get something out the deal. Like, Like, make him put you in a house that he can barely afford. So like he have to work like a dog to pay that mortgage. Yeah, he needs to feel the burn. Remember you wanted that new Range Rover? He said he was going to get it for your birthday next year. No, I need it this weekend. I don't give a damn where you get the money from. Borrow it from your mammy. Make them pay. Make them work for it. Make him realize every time he walked through that door, tired from work, he realized this the cheating house. This the house you bought me for cheating. Now don't take him back and don't get nothing out the deal. Because what you want to happen, and listen up now, this is some real grown lady shit. What you want to happen is that if the mother do it again and you opt to leave this time, you not sitting somewhere feeling stupid. You're not somewhere feeling played and feeling stupid because you didn't get nothing out the deal. No, bitch. If he cheat, accelerate your life. Get out that 3-bedroom townhouse and get into that 4-bedroom house in the next 45 days. Get something out the deal. Maria said, y'all too grown for me. Let me tell y'all something. I never realized how much economics and lifestyle plays into the union of two people being together. But baby, I'm not leaving all this comfort. I'm not leaving all this comfort to go out there and struggle and deal with uncertainty. I'm not. And talking about it can't put no price on my piece. You better, baby, you better watch and see how many pieces I divide this big house up into. Oh, it's gonna be peaceful. Because I'm gonna be on my part and they're gonna be on theirs. But bitch, I'm not leaving all my square feet to go be in no 2-bedroom apartment for the sake of proving some point to some bitches on the internet. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And now I got to go. Now I got to go work. Or not. Now I got to live lesser than what. Honey, we finna be in this bitch miserable together. Baby, you not sending me bike somewhere I was in my 20s. You not sending me bike. You not sending me bike somewhere when I was. I've been in a house for 18 years, baby. I don't know how to do community living. And you want me to go get an apartment? What apartment? I ain't even been to no apartment in over a decade. I don't even know nobody who live in no apartment. And now you leave and go pay my own bills in a apartment like 1A, 1B pot? No. No, honey. The next time I see community living, I plan to be over the age of 78. Okay. Living in the assisted living facility, the high class one that got happy hour every night for the residents. That's the next time I plan on seeing community living. A cruise ship is about as communal as it gets for me. Okay. You better tell your mammy go live in an apartment. Shoot. Anyway, I'm finna get off and go find me something to eat. I'll call y'all hoes tomorrow. Oh, the basement. They came and picked up the fans and stuff today. So now the floors just have to be redone. And hopefully those will be done by the end of the week. What's this? Funky. I use the app and you can show who's racist in your community and they can stop shopping there. It works. Don't pull up. What's the app? Funky, I use that app and you can show who's racist in your community. I'm not sure what app they're talking about. But anyway, I'm finna get off the line and I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye. Oh, somebody said, how was Contessa Party? I did something before I logged off. Contessa Party was real cute. It was real cute. We didn't get it started too bad down there. That was my first time filming this season. It was real cute. It was cute. It was a good time. Contessa looked good. Heavenly was there. Her and Heavenly gave each other a huge kind of hug. I think they're in a better place. I know when we were at Quad's party a couple weeks ago, they didn't talk to each other at all at Quad's party, based to my recollection, but at Contessa's thing, they were all there. The new girl was there. I got a chance to kick it with her. Ooh, somebody else on Married to Medicine this season. Y'all remember, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn by telling this. Y'all remember Angel that was on Basketball Wives, dark-skinned, pretty girl that's a nurse? She's gonna be on Married to Medicine this year. She's Quad brought her along, and she's filming and getting along with the girls, and they're loving her real good. And y'all know how it goes. Intention is always to just kind of come along and film along, and based on how entrenched in the storylines and stuff you get will determine if you get bumped up to main cast or not. But Angel is on there. I'm trying to think. Audra was at the party. Toya, Quan, Contessa, Simone, Heavenly, all the husbands. Mimi was there. The new girl Mimi and her husband Steve. Steve had a badass Louis Vuitton trench coat on. It was a good time. I miss Audra a lot too. They did mic Audra up, so that was a good thing. They did mic Audra up. Me and Heavenly talk about it all the time. Audra didn't get a fair shake. Audra was pregnant. Her mom passed, a family member passed, and I think it was like some COVID stuff going on at the same time. Her and Martin literally, they couldn't show up to a lot of the filmings or whatever, and that is why Audra ended up kind of getting the X. I don't think Audra got a fair shake, and I don't think Janice got a fair shake. I think that they should have gave Audra one more go around, and so they should have given Janice another go around. But I want to tell you too, I think a lot of times when people get the pink slip or they get the X, they get in their feelings and they feel away, they feel embarrassed or they feel slighted or they don't want to feel like they're begging. But the proper course of action for Audra and Martin to have done was to actually just come back around the next season and get all entrenched in the stuff, and like literally they would have had no choice but to put you back. The beautiful thing is, they did, whenever Audra comes around, they do put a microphone on her, which says that they are open to you getting all in the mix. But, you got to fight. It's like trying to make a line in college. Yeah, it's like 500 girls showing up at the party trying to be an AKA. You could either just go to the party and stand up against the wall, or you could work the room and go meet the sisters and all that type of stuff. Somebody said, was Sweet Tea there? No, Sweet Tea was not there. Okay, Audra's husband is making his coins. He is the dentist for the Atlanta Dream, and he has his clinic in Ghana. There it is. They ain't hurting for no money. But a little extra money and a little notoriety ain't never hurt nobody. Anyway, y'all, I'm finna get off the line. I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye.